Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Persona 3 FES. Previously, we went back into Tartarus to further proceed through the Adamah block, and it was a very tumultuous time, but we eventually did reach the next Guardian floor. Today, we're gonna take on said Guardian, but before we do that, there's one persona I want to fuse to get myself ready for this next fight. For this, we need to combine Titania and Alice. I'm really not gonna miss this thing that much, so I'm okay with fusing it away. Combine these two will bring us Abaddon of the Devil Arcana. He'll get a automatic 5 level ups from completing the Devil Social Link, and the skills I want it to gain are going to be very advantageous for us to use in the next fight. Right off the bat, it already has high counter as one of its base skills, so that's a good thing to have starting things off. But it's going to get even better as the level ups come in. I just hope we get enough to get all the skills I'm looking for. So at level 71, it's going to learn Null Strike. Hopefully that will be too much of a climb. So it's going to happen to Mudo. Nah. I don't really care about the skills I carried over that much anyways. I'm mainly gonna use this as a tanking persona, more or less. So I'll learn Null Strike. I can also learn Null Slash. And Null Pierce. All these skills are gonna be very helpful for us to use in the next fight. I'll get rid of Fury Thrust because apparently it turns out that the tired bonus comes from you being tired, which will make the skill a lot better. That's what I got from one of the comments I read recently. So that skill is a lot worse than I thought it would be at first glance. But now having Abaddon in my arsenal, that's gonna help out a lot in this next battle. And the party I'm gonna go into this fight with, it was pretty tough to decide, not gonna lie. It's gonna be Mitsuru, Ken, and Yukari. The reason why I chose this party is pretty much in a change of circumstance, more or less. I'm pretty worried about Yukari's role in this fight, because her weakness is gonna play a huge hazard to overcome in this next battle. So she is one party member I am definitely gonna look out for as this fight goes on. And I am equipped myself with a bow for this specific fight. Kinda wish I had that, I think it was Cybele that had Bowmaster, but I'm pretty sure I'll live with that. And there they are. We faced these guys off before only in 1-on-4 encounters, but this time there's 3 of them.
This is no ordinary enemy. Don't let your guard down.
Now this should be the fight where I remember that this Fierce Cyclops turns out to be pretty deadly. We've been able to handle him very, very easily in the past, but this time there's 3 of them now, so it's not going to be that simple. All of these are level 71, and they're strong to Slash, Strike, Fire, and they nullify electricity. So that's why I have Abaddon here, because these guys are mainly diverse in physical skills. Do I have anything in my Abaddon that I can use skill-wise? I highly doubt it. Well, I do have Marakuna, that could be very helpful. I think I'll open the fight with that, actually. It'll help my other members, deliver more damage. And this skill has helped me out in the past, so I'm not gonna be against using it. It's also very fortunate that I do have high counter as a physical skill or a physical ability too. So not only I can nullify all of these physical attacks from the Fierce Cyclops as Yukari went down, I'll also be able to deliver some chip damage myself or reflect their attacks back at them. since they're only strong to the 2 of the physical properties, not nullifying all 3. Let's see, I think I'll just fire on this one. Give everyone a specific target to look out for. I'm gonna play healer for Yukari specifically, since she did go down very easily. But everyone else I have in Caesar, I really can't think of a good time to use them. Oh my god, that was a critical on Mitsuru, and Ken went down too. Oops. I didn't think they would go down that easily. Well, then again, they're pretty low leveled, I admit, going into this battle. I only was just concentrating on my own level so I don't become overpowered against these guys. But as long as they keep going on the physical route, then I'll be fine. I was gonna chip away at them. That's the big thing I have to worry about. And that is at 138. I guess that could kind of help, but with that high counter, that could speed things up a little bit. So going into their attacks, these guys have Mazionga, Primal Force. I believe we just saw that earlier in the fight. That may have been the one that took out Mitsuru. That has severe pierce damage delivered to one foe. And Vorpal Blade, which we just saw in the last turn, as well as Power Charge. So that's why I have Abaddon in my arsenal, because it pretty much nullifies most of what these guys do. As you can see, I'm just blocking all their attacks. If I get really lucky, I'll be able to high counter some of their attacks too. So really it's just gonna come down to me chipping away at their damage or at their health before they all get taken down. I probably would have brought Aegis into this battle, but she's a physical user more or less, so she wouldn't be that much of a help. The reason why I brought Yukari here is despite that she does have electricity as her weakness, she could have been pretty helpful to have since she's the only one in our party, aside from myself, that could use wind attacks. Ken I had here for piercing purposes, I probably should say his property to conserve as key. And the same thing with for Mitsuru in terms of ice attacks. But since I'm all by myself now, I think the only challenge I have to overcome is the amount of healing items I have to keep my party members in this battle. If I was really smart, I probably would have tried to get Abandon fused with some sort of healing spell like with Samarkarm, but I didn't want to take that chance. I do have 4 bombs of life and 5 revival beads. You know what, I'll chance it. I'm gonna block off most of their attacks anyways, since they're all going for the physical route early on. We'll bring back Ken, I guess. I'm not really counting my party members to be this much of a help in this fight after how things have played out. Yeah, sure enough, he went down again. I think it's just gonna be up to me to take these guys out, since I'm the only one that is capable of walling against all their physical stuff, but I did get another high counter off. So this is gonna be a really long fight, which is not how I want things to turn out. There is an item that could have helped Yukari nullify all electricity attacks, but you need to diffuse a persona of an Arcana social link that we haven't finished yet in order to do so, and I don't want to spoil that just yet. So this is just gonna be a very long fight, admittedly so. I wonder if I have something in my items that can speed up the process a little bit. Well, it doesn't help that all the defense got reverted, so I'm gonna use Marksman again so I can help my physical attacks be a little more damaging. This would probably one of the fights I recommend you do over level, not just for yourself, but for your entire party too, because as we clearly saw early on, my party members didn't stand that much of a chance in surviving their physical attacks. Aw, sweet, we got a crit back at them. Excellent. I would go on the attack. Actually, I will, why not? I nullify all their physical stuff anyway, so why worry about that? Yeah, I just keep using Vorpal Blade, I don't really care. Oh, okay, that, however, I do care about a little bit. Thankfully, that was just like a breeze to me. Didn't realize how strong I am at this point, that Mazi Yoga spells are pretty much nothing to me now. Well, unfortunately, that specific Cyclops got smart. He figured out that I can't be damaged with elements, but he didn't survive it long enough for him to capitalize on that. So now it's just to take out the other two, and their defense did get reverted back. So I'll just keep using Marakuna. I keep repeating this process, and hope these guys don't use Masioga that much. Even though it is doing a little damage to me, that will add up over time if I get really unlucky. Alright, I high counted the Primal Force. Sweet. So I'll just keep going away with my physical attack. I recommend using a bow or a spear since these guys have no property against piercing attacks. They will take a significant amount of damage from that specific property. That's actually another reason why I brought Yukari along, since she's the bow user of the gang. She would have been able to use her bow against these physical Cyclops or Fierce Cyclops as well. This guy's gonna keep power charging. So combining my abandoned nulling abilities with the reverted defense and with my great condition, I'm doing a lot more damage than I thought I would. And I'm getting a lot of crits too. That's the second one in this battle. I'll go to the stronger one while I'm at it. Well, that's kind of insulting actually. I was able to get 2 crits in a row against these guys, but all my party members are down, so now we can't do an AOA. Oh man. Well, for this turn, I will revive. Should I revive Yukari and set on heal support? I think I'll do that. She's a pretty good healer by now. And I think I'll do that to Mitsuru as well. Yeah, she's got Diarahan from what I remember. And now... Actually, instead of just wasting an item, I can use one of my personas that does have Samara Karma. Now, which one does is the main question. Cybele has one. I actually thought I fused you away, Cybele. All of a sudden, I wish it did let you keep Bowmaster after all. I probably should have done that in the long run. I was having second thoughts about that shortly after I fused Cybele, but I'm not too worried about that. Now, what the hell, let's use Cybele just to make up for the fact that I did neglect using Bowmaster. And then we'll bring Yukari back. Since these guys are down, they'll have to take this time to recover. And Yukari does have Samara Karm. I'm pretty sure she does have herself, or just for Karm. I guess she's not strong enough to learn Samara Karm yet. I thought she did. Alright then. I'll switch back to Abandon to protect myself at the very least. I guess I'll have Yukari keep going with the healing stuff. Nah, I'll set her on to conserve SP, probably. No, second thought heal support. She does have a diorama at this point, so that could be very helpful to us. And I guess I'll use a medical powder. I think I might have one of those left. No, I just have medicine left. Man, I can't believe I used all my medical powder at this point. I guess this might help out Ken a little bit. That did help out quite a tad, but that Samarkam on the other hand did nothing for Yukari. She got taken out one shot again. Oh god, that's the one bad thing I've come to learn about trying to keep my levels consistent, is that I'm neglecting everyone else's levels in the long run in order just to keep boss fights at an even playing field for most of the time. Pretty sure these guys did have their defense revert back to normal. So I'm gonna lower their defense again. And Ken's not gonna survive this attack. Oh, he did, just barely though. Thankfully, the other guy did not have the wherewithal to capitalize on his buddy's opportunity. That dear Rohan's not gonna help that much anymore, Ken. Sorry. Just for that, I think I'll see you on the heal support as well. That's something I never do, as a matter of fact, for Ken. It's very rare. But between his Dear Rawhide spell and the fact that he could also revive party members too, that might help out a little bit if we get lucky with the Fierce Cyclops and their stupidity, if that does ever come down to it. But just I say that, they did, whether they use Vorpal Blade, thankfully Ken did survive that. He'll bring Yukari back into the match. And I'll just keep going with my Pierce attack. I'm surprised that I did have a bow that was a lot stronger than any of the spears I had. That's the one thing that really surprised me about my inventory. I thought it would be the other way around. And these two will just keep reviving each other while they get taken down. How many beasts do I have? Holy cow, how did I have a lot of these things? Okay, I'm not gonna say no to that. I got 23 of those things. I might as well spare one or two just to help out my fellow party members. Ken did survive that Vorpal Blade. Very surprising that the Vorpal Blade does not do my party members in one shot, yet their focused physical attacks do. Okay, now that Mitsuru's back. Yukari, thank you. Use Madeira, that's what I was hoping you would do. So somehow I did bring my entire party back into the fight, but I don't think it's gonna last very long if these guys continue to use focused physical skills to single them out. Just like that with Primal Force. Oh crap, I forgot they had Last Resort. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Thankfully everyone did survive. I completely forgot to leave that out. Without Last Resort, it's something we haven't seen that much throughout this journey. But it's pretty deadly when it does happen. And Ken does have Diorama too. Man, Ken, I kind of mistook you for not being a solo healer yourself. Maybe you have to consider that more often in the future. Alright. Guess I'll set... I was thinking about changing Mitsuru or Ken's tactics. Actually, I will do that for one of them. I'll do it for Ken. Since Yukari is more of a healer than an attacker, she will be more advantageous if she does keep to her healing spells. I guess conserve SP, why not? SP's not going to be that much of a help in this fight anyway, since they do nullify electricity. And speaking of which, here it comes, that it attacked everybody. Thankfully, Yukari didn't take that much damage from that Masayoga. If Masayo died though, it would have been a different story. It's Follow Soul from Ken. Should probably just rush these guys, come to think of it, but Mitsuru's flash attack is not going to work that much against them, or against it, since we're only down to one. Ken's going on the 4th turn, so I can wait to go to rush when Ken's turn does show up. Provided I don't miss too much. Oh, good girl, Yukari. You managed to dodge that Masayoga. Now, Ken, go to rush. I'll have Yukari rush too. We'll just bring it back to me. Oh, never mind. Yukari was able to take it down. Sweet. The one person I was really worried about in this battle was the one that did the final blow. And as a result, we got 3 coins of kings. I'm actually thinking about near the end of the game, I might use that to power up a few of my personas, but I'm not too sure about that. I'm still thinking it might be more advantageous for those kind of items to be used to sell off so I can make some quick cash. But I've been having second thoughts about lately. We'll see how things play out as we do get a little closer to the top of Tartarus. But with this victory, we're now... I'm not sure what level we're at with the Judgment Social Link. It's been a while. But we did level up one more time by virtue of this victory. Ooh, level 8. Man, we got a lot farther than I thought. I thought we'd be a level 6 for some reason. Probably just goes to show up between these last 2 stints in Tartarus. I think I've been spending way too much time in this tower. And our prize is another Soma. Excellent. So now we'll head back and call it quits for Tartarus related stuff for the day. I think I might fuse a couple more personas, not too much because I do want to save some money for buying more of the summer outfits for the rest of the gang down the road. So we might fuse maybe 2, 3 if I'm able to save enough money. And the first fusion of today will come from Koryu, Leon City, and our recently fused Abaddon. I really have no more use for this thing anymore. I just want to use it for this one fight today. But by combining all of these together, will bring us B. Shamonten of the Tower Arcana. I only have 2 Tower Personas in my arsenal, or in my compendium right now, so I really need to work on that specific Arcana a little more. I'm pretty much fusing this thing just so we can have Makar Karn. A lot of my Personas don't have that skill, I know that for a fact. And this thing does also have Badir Rahan and Samarkand as skills that were carried over from the other personas. So it's got that go for it too. I tried to make it learn no strike and no slash too, but I could only get just one of them over, not 2 of them. And this could be a pretty good fire-based persona. It's got Fire Amp and Miraculodine. I just realized it has Dear Rahan as one of its base skills too. It's kind of cool. And it has Arrow Rain and Myriad Arrows. I wonder which one of those is better. I never compared those 2 before. Let's see. Medium Pierce to all foes. It could be multi-hit. That could mean anything, but this is just 2. Both pretty good, but I think I'll go with Myriad Arrows and take this away. And that's about it. I just want to make more space in my arsenal too, so that's the ultimate reason why I fused this thing, but it's got my card, and you never know when that might come in handy someday. To my surprise, I never fused this thing before. I thought I did a long time ago, but it just never happened. So with Ortherus and Huapo, we can create Incubus of the Devil Arcana, and this is needed for something I want to do for a future fusion. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be the fusion after this takes place. I could have sworn I did have this thing in my arsenal a long time ago, or in my compendium registered. I guess I didn't. Must have been thinking of another of the Persona games I was playing before. That might have been it. So if this thing already has Miraculon and Aguilar, it could be a good mid-level fire persona. And I did carry over fire boost from one of the other personas I fused away. So I could do a lot more damage than usual. You could use stagnant air. I'll get rid of Sexy Dance. I don't want to imagine this thing using Sexy Dance at all. That would be pretty lewd if you ask me. Nothing with Dodge Slash. That could be useful if I ever wanted to use this thing. I can learn Spirit Drain too. Nice. Pretty rare that I do have a persona that has both of the Drain spells. We'll get rid of... what the hell, Stagnant Air? I don't use ailments that much, admittedly so. And you can learn Fire Break too. This thing would have been a pretty good fire-based persona mid-game, my goodness. It's really underestimated the usage of this. We'll get rid of Rakunda. And Incubus is not that bad. Fire Boost, Fire Break, and both of the mid-level fire spells. You can say this thing is, well, on fire for lack of a better term. And this one has been a long time coming. With Lilim, Vatala, our recently fused Incubus, and Succubus with Mabufudine, we can finally create Lilith of the Devil Arcana. And this thing has a lot of things going for it. Drains Zio, is unfortunately weak to Garu and Light, but repels darkness too. But like I stated so many times before, the only reason I'm fusing this thing is so it can have Mabufudine. It does have Messiodine as one of its base skills, and Macaron card too. That's not bad. But look at this thing though. It's carrying a very huge snake. Hope it doesn't get strangled by it. I'm pretty sure she can tame it very easily. It looks like she already has. If it is a she, that is. Not discriminating if it's a he. I mean, if it's a he, then more power to it. But anyways, getting off that weird tangent, you can learn Megidolia. All these skills I carried over, I just didn't care about. I only wanted to get Mabufudine carried over. So get rid of Aki. That would be pretty stupid to have on a persona this powerful. Fast Retreat. I'm not familiar with that one. Increases chance of escape. No, I'm not using that. I really escape. I only do that if it's like a very vital measure I have to take. You can learn Electric though. We'll get rid of... You got actually both charm maneuvers. That's not bad either. Tenterafu. Like I said, I don't use ailments that much, so why bother with it? Oh, you can learn Absorb Wind at level 67. Okay. That could take care of one of your weaknesses. But like I've already stated before, I've said so much actually, I'm pretty much a broken record about this at this point, I feel. We can finally turn this into Elizabeth, and get this request out of the way. Now where is it? There you are. Gets something called a sacrificial idol. It turns out to be an accessory. Wonder what that is. I guess we'll learn once we do get that item. I see that you have Lilith with you, and she has the skill Mabufudine. She's much stronger than she appears. I'm impressed you can control her. Well done. You fulfilled my request. Huh. That's kinda convenient. Our next fusion request is to create Loki, and he has to be level 63 or over. Well, thankfully, the Loki I did fuse some time back happened to be at level 63. I see you have Loki with you, and he is at a sufficient level. Well, thank you for my request, yada yada yada. I have asked you to create 12 different personas through fusion. You have done so impressively, and in the process, expanded your arsenal of personas. And now I'm giving you the perfect reward to assist you. With it, you'll be able to create Masakado via fusion. Masakado is unbelievably strong, and you will need to be equally powerful to control him. But I'm sure you're up to the challenge. Man, we come a long way. Elizabeth now has faith in us as a fusion master of sorts. The Masakados. Note with that we can create Masakado. And Loki happened to be the last fusion request Elizabeth has available for us. That's right, we completed all the fusion requests Elizabeth had to offer. I'm pretty happy about that. I was not expecting Loki to be the last one. Well, it's very convenient I didn't have him on hand before we did see that request did become available, so that was pretty convenient. But I think we're gonna stop things for today. We did get through yet another Guardian in Adamah, and completed another category of requests for Elizabeth. So that's a very productive day if you ask me. So next time, we're gonna exit the dark hour and return back to our normal lives like always. It's not gonna be that long until we complete all the social links in the game. I'm pretty sure by the time that January 31st rolls around, we'll be long done with them, so it's not that much farther, folks. Until we meet again, farewell for now.